Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So last night with the Midwinters, we killed this pretty difficult boss that's called Elegon. It's some, Algalon style dragon action. I don't know any of the lore behind it, but it's Pandaland, it's a dragon. Coincidence? No. Um, Pretty cool boss, but the most important thing is that it's a pretty difficult boss on 25 man relative to the other ones. So I figure I could add some kind of perspective to how I do the damage, because I brought the damage last night. Number one Hunter Parse, at least on World of Odds. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna guide you through the fight. This is the second attempt I did on my Hunter, so I didn't really know what I was doing, but I can show you my analogy and why I did some of the things that I did and why I was successful. So here we go. So over here, we're just like pulling the boss. There's a certain idea behind the positioning. There's this buff that buffs your damage by 50% if you're within his like area over there, like the circular thing. But it's a dome, and if you're within the dome, you get the buff. So because it's a dome, it's circular, you can actually like sit on the edge and jump up and lose the buff. Why would you want to lose the buff? Because when you're in the dome, you're also getting a debuff at the same time that you had the buff. And the debuff increases the damage you take by 10%, I think, per stack. So that's why you see that blue thing over there stacking up. And over there we killed an ad. I'll explain the ad here in a second. So my positioning is very, very solid throughout the fight. Positioning is very important because you want it to be predictable. You want to know what you're going to do to the greatest extent possible. So right now I'm just DPSing the boss. I was getting a little bit of lag there. That's why I'm staring at the ground. If you're ever getting lag in a raid, you just stare at the ground real quick and your lag should go away. So I popped all my cooldowns right at the beginning of the fight because that's when your trinkets are going to proc, if you have proc trinkets, which I have 2 of. And yeah, you just stack that shit up on top of a pre-pot, do a lot of damage real quick. There's no like super damage buffs at the beginning of the fight, but that's what it is. So you see this boss over here, it spawned that ad and I kill shotted the ad. Basically you gotta kill a bunch of these ads during this kind of phase, and because I don't do effective AoE damage, I just do the kill shot damage right at the end. In this phase, there's 6 ads that go to 6 areas that you have to kill, and if you kill all of them, he gets a 10% damage debuff. And my ad is the one with the red marker. Each one of these are marked, and because of that, I'm keeping my position from phase 1. I don't really know why everyone else moved into position, but I didn't have to. I was in a good spot. I just went with it. So I'm just killing the ad. I'm noticing that my kill shot is barely going off. So because of that, my damage is more than enough in this phase. Each time you kill one of these, there's gonna be more, and they're gonna come out faster until one of them ends up reaching its destination. So our goal right now is to kill as many as we can to get as many stacks as possible on the boss, because when you fail, you go to the next phase and you can't stack these debuffs anymore on the boss. So we're doing pretty well over here. Apparently we're supposed to use cooldowns, but seeing as mine was dying just fine, I opted not to use cooldowns at this point. I tried using like Beast Wrath on the last one, but it didn't really help. Most important thing is to get a kill command to switch your pet to it. That's the kill shot. That's the kill shot right there. If it didn't kill it, I would have had another one. So it's obviously like well enough right here. You guys will see. There's the kill shot. Okay. So in this last one, we decided that we have a very small chance of getting it. So we're gonna take that time and DPS the boss, because this is a pretty difficult enrage. So when you fail, those areas that the mobs are running towards to turn to these pillars, and you wanna kill these pillars to remove the separations from the room. And also when you kill all the pillars, you push into the next phase. And every single moment in this fight is very important on the time schedule, because you're trying to beat a berserk timer in the end. So just killing this shit. I killed mine, and obviously when you kill something and you have nothing to do, you find something to do. You always want to be doing something. You always want to be doing damage to something. It's going to help your raid, and it's going to help you win the meters on one of the logs, apparently. So just moving across, I ran through like one of those like blue little cloud things and took some unexpected damage because I wasn't paying attention, but that's no big deal. My AoE is terrible. and I want to get this damage debuff. I'm just going to do a little bit of AoE because, you know, any more won't really help. Now I'm back on Elegon, the boss here. I'm not in my super hack spot of the jump Zors, so the idea is I'm just going to like do my damage and then try to inch towards the spot, see if I get it, because right now there's not really much going on. This is kind of a repeat of the first phase where the boss just spawns the ads periodically, as you can see the ad there. Again, my AoE damage is very poor. I'm not going to bother attacking that particular mob. So I think I got the hack spot here, my last jump. Again, just kill shot that ad. You want to play your strengths. My strengths is instant damage when it's executed from range. So there you go, man. That's what I'm going to do. If everyone plays their strength in the raid, the melee with their cleaves and all that shit, then it'll go down in the most effective manner. The idea here is we want to get the boss to 50%. It's made a lot easier because he has those damage debuffs. He has 7 stacks of debuffs. He takes 70% more damage. So we're trying to push 50% here before spawning another ad, but you know, you want to kill the ads at the same time. You can't let these build up, because at the end there they do a nuke. And when they do the nuke, that's the point where I reset my debuff. That's the point where I jump up, typically. When I expect a lot of incoming damage, that's when you jump up. And one of the main points is when that ad dies. Just pushing the boss here, 50%. We got another ad, unfortunately. But, you know, the first phase here, it's a repeat of the second phase where all those ads run to the pillars. The first one is very easy because, you know, they come out faster and faster and faster. The first one was a complete joke, so, you know, that went pretty well regardless of, you know, the unexpected timing of that ad. Just attacking the ad here, easy peasy. Trying to get into a good position. I don't exactly know why you take damage in this phase. I think it's when either the ads die or something like that, or when they spawn. I don't even know. But yeah, when I start taking damage, I'm going to jump up. I'm not using like Dire Beast or anything like that because it's going to be kind of ineffective damage. I'm trying not to use dots on those ads because, again, it's ineffective damage. Any kind of dots or spells that are going to exceed that their duration is going to exceed the lifespan of the target. I don't use that on targets like these. You don't ever want to use that. So when you look at like a BM rotation, oh, the first thing you want to do is Serpent Sting. When it comes to an ad that stays alive for 10 seconds, that is incorrect. You do not want to use a Serpent Sting. So that's why I'm not using shit like that. That's why I'm not using Dire Beast on those mobs. I'm just using direct damage. So the goal here is to get as many stacks as possible, just like the last one. But you know, we're not really expecting to get another 7 stacks. 7 stacks is pretty insane. So right here we're gonna push, I believe. Yeah, we're just gonna like attack the boss some, and this is the last phase. In the last phase, you take a lot of extra damage if you're in the safe no debuff stacking zone outside of his room over here. So the idea is you gotta all go into this area and get your debuff that, you know, makes you take extra damage. That shit is just going up and up and up after this pillar phase. This pillar phase is exactly the same as the other ones. You know, kill this pillar, get the other one as fast as possible. Pretty, you know, easy disengage over there. Do some more damage. I used a Master's Call to get my pet back to me. Just a little bit higher uptime on the damage here. You know, no big deal, no big deal. So right as the floor comes up, the idea is to run on it, and because there's so much damage going on in these scenarios, because of like how raid heals work, you want to have your raid stacked. So our idea here is getting this buff, getting rid of all these ads, and then stacking up right on the melee, because you can't stack in the range. If you stack in the range, the melee is not stacked as a whole group. So you want to stack where, you know, people have to stand, and melee is the only position people have to stand in this case. So we're going over there, we're going in melee, we're getting healed. My life is going fucking crazy. It's hard to see because the stream quality is a little low and there's a lot of shit going on. Thanks, Toronto internet. But in any case, you can see the debuff stacking at 10 and shit, which is, you know, well above where you want it as a hunter. That's alright, we're just smashing some damage, just popped all the cooldowns, popped the pre-pot. You want to try to save sorry, just pop the second potion. You want to try to save your second potion for when you know you're going to have additional damage from the fight, if that's the case. And in this case, that is the case. The boss has 13 stacks of debuff, he takes 130% extra damage, and it's single target only. This is where you want to have all your cooldowns saved. This is why I didn't use Bestial Wrath and Rapid Fire when it was up just a minute and a half ago. Looks like a pretty good kill. Yep, pretty easy. We had some deaths. It wasn't as effective as possible, but obviously it was good enough because we killed it. It was our second attempt with mains, and yeah, we did pretty well, and I did especially well because number 100. What's going on? So hopefully you guys enjoyed the little commentary there and kind of understand what goes behind doing a boss and making small parts of the boss, small situations, the most effective possible to kind of get the maximum performance that you can get out of the whole fight. Alright guys, I don't know if this will be the case with the future boss fights, but I know a lot of you guys are struggling on this, so hopefully my little tips have helped you out, and see you guys tomorrow.